Am I audible to all? Hello students. Welcome all. Is my voice coming to you? Am I audible? Good morning Chintu. Good morning others. Am I audible? Chintu, am I audible? Yes. Okay. Very good. Good morning everyone. Good morning. Good morning Saiti. Good morning Swati. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so let us start our class because now the class timing is slightly reduced. Yes, everyone, good morning. So class timings are slightly reduced. So we will have a shorter classes, but more number of classes per day. Okay, so that's why we will hurry up in our syllabus to do our syllabus. Okay, so in physics, I was taking up the third part of the physics. In physics, we were starting with basic maths. Okay, so in basic maths, in the previous classes, we have learned about some basic of geometry, triangle and its properties. Different type of triangles were covered: equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle. Their properties is covered. Then how many classes per day? I think it's 5 to 6 classes per day are there. Okay, yeah, same schedule is followed for everything. Okay, yeah. So in the last class we have covered some properties, geometrical properties. So I have also covered properties of circle. Okay, and some important properties of circle was covered. Important properties of important properties of some different shapes is also covered, like equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle. Then what is a hexagon? I have talked about. What is the distance in general? N-sided regular polygon from center to vertex. Quadrilateral is covered. Rhombus is covered. Parallelogram is covered. So all the basic property which are generally required in physics, we have covered those. Okay. So now we will start with basic coordinate geometry. Basic coordinate geometry. Syllabus will be whatever we have talked in till Saturday. Okay, how many parts in physics? Yesterday there is different. There are 3 parts running in physics. 3 parts running in physics. Okay, so we 3 teachers are going to teach you physics. I am taking geometry. Then today I will start coordinate geometry, and after that I will take up some basic algebra. Like solution of a quadratic equation, then series and sequence, and after that I will take up vectors. So this is the part that I will be taking up. Other teachers are also taking classes, so they are taking calculus, differentiation and integration by KD sir, and then I think currently trigonometry is running. Okay, so let us start. I will take up coordinate geometry now. What is coordinate geometry? First, we will talk about what is coordinate geometry. In physics, we require a small amount of coordinate geometry, so some basics is required only. Okay. Then we will discuss about graphs of different kind of situations. So I will first start with coordinate geometry. Now, in coordinate geometry, we specify figures in terms of their equations. Sir, when will class start in Zoom app? Wait for it. I think from next week, most probably from next week. I'm not sure, but most probably from next week. Okay. So let us focus on our subject today. Okay. This kind of questions deviate us from our subject. So now let us focus on our subject. Okay. So coordinate geometry, in coordinate geometry, we talk about equations. We specify equations of not Zoom NTA. That will be taken care of. Please focus on the class. So in coordinate geometry, we specify the equations. Suppose I have a line in some plane. So can I specify equation of line? That comes in coordinate geometry. If I have a line, if I have some relation in 2 variables, you must have learned about function. A function is just relation in 2 variables. It shows the dependency. If y is a function of x, if we say y is a function of x, then it means there is some dependency of y with x. With different values of x, you will get different values of y. If I want to show this dependency in graphical format, then coordinate geometry helps us. If I want to show this dependency in graphical format, then coordinate geometry helps us. To specify graphs of function, coordinate geometry helps us. So this is the requirement of coordinate geometry. Okay, first I have talked about what is the requirement of coordinate geometry. Now what is coordinate geometry? For in coordinate geometry, we chooses two lines called x-axis and y-axis and use them to specify positions in the plane. If I want to specify any position in this plane, if I want to specify any location in this plane, then I can do that by specifying axis, by taking x and y axis and specifying coordinates of that point. Okay, what are axes? Axes are just number line. Our x-axis is just a number line. The intersection point of this y-axis and x-axis, this is called origin. This is called origin. From origin, I take this to be positive direction of x-axis. We can take a positive direction of x-axis in any direction. It's your choice. Usually we take positive direction of x-axis in right direction. So in this direction, I am taking x to be 0 at origin, and in this direction x is increasing. So it might be value of x here is 1, value of x here is 2, here it is 3, 4, 5 and so on. Similar to number line, the value of x is increasing as I am going in this direction. Similar to number line, value of x is increasing if I go in this direction. So what is axis? It's just a number line. The x-axis shows the values of x, and similarly the y value shows the value of y. In a function, you have a variable x and there is a variable y. So variable x is taken up on x-axis on horizontal line, and variable y is usually taken up on y-axis vertical line. Okay, and in this direction, because that direction is considered to be positive, so we will say this direction is negative. Here the values of x will be negative, and if I go backward, they will keep on decreasing. They will keep on decreasing. You must know, if there is a negative sign in front of a number, as the magnitude of number increases, the value of variable decreases. So if I am going like this, value of x is decreasing. So this is just a number line. X-axis is number line. So could you please inform about the weekend syllabus? Syllabus is whatever we teach you till Saturday. Okay, that will be complete syllabus, and that will be again posted in your groups. Okay, so wait for that. Try to focus on what we are learning here. Okay, so what we were talking about? We were talking about coordinate plane. Coordinate planes is a plane in which our discussion is going on. Our x and y variable are present in this plane. We take up x-axis to show the value of x coordinate. We take up y-axis to show the value of y coordinate. What is x-axis and y-axis? They are just number lines. Okay, and similarly, y may be taken upward as positive. This direction we can take as positive, and this direction we can take as negative. So value of y here is positive. As you go upward, value of y increases, and similarly, if we go downward, value of y decreases. So this becomes a coordinate plane. A plane containing xy axis is called coordinate plane. What is this? Coordinate plane. We can specify any position in this coordinate plane by the coordinates of the point. First, we should write about what is a coordinate plane. We can write about coordinate plane. Please write down coordinate plane. Coordinate plane. Coordinate plane is plane containing x and y axis. Coordinate plane is plane containing x and y axis. Coordinate plane is plane containing x and y axis, in which we can specify any position, in terms of its coordinates. In terms of its coordinates. In physics, many times we talk about motion. Just after differentiation and integration, motion will start. So there we will talk about kinematics and how particle is in moving motion. So we'll talk about its position. To specify position of any point, we require its coordinate. Where is the particle located at some time? We specify that by coordinates. So this coordinates helps us to specify position. Clear? So what is the coordinate plane? It's a plane containing x-axis and y-axis. And in this plane, if I want to specify any position, I can do that by showing the coordinates of the point. Suppose, let us now learn about coordinates of a point. Here at origin, x-axis and y-axis are intersecting. And by standard, we choose x and y both is 0 at this point. By standard, we choose x and y both is 0 at the point. So origin is a point where both x and y are 0. Both x and y are 0. Usually we show x and y like this. In curl brackets, we will show the value of x and y. If I have a point, let's say 3, 4. If I have point here, 3, 4. So point 3, 4 means along the, sorry, I have written this wrong. This point is not 3, 4. Along x-axis, I am going up by 4 distance, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So along x-axis, I am traveling 4 distance, and along y-axis, I am traveling 3 distance, 3 unit distance. So the location should be specified as 4, 3. The location should be specified as 4, 3. Any point on this plane can be specified by its coordinates. Any point on this plane can be specified by its coordinate. These two things are x and y coordinates of the point. What do we mean by x coordinate? It is the distance along x-axis that I need to travel to reach up to the point. If I want to reach this point, I should travel some distance along x-axis, and the distance along x-axis that I need to travel to reach to this point is called its x coordinate. Then I will travel some distance parallel to y-axis to reach to the point. I will travel some distance parallel to y-axis to reach to the point, and that distance here is 3. That distance here is 3. So this distance is called y coordinate of the point. So any point can be located in this plane if I know the distance x, which I need to travel along x-axis, then distance y, which I need to travel parallel to y-axis. So if I travel some distance along x, then some distance along y, I will reach a point that is called x, y. Here, the x is also called abscissa, and y is also called ordinate. X coordinate of a point is also called abscissa, and y coordinate of a point is called ordinate. X coordinate is the distance of point along x-axis, and y coordinate is the distance of point parallel to y-axis. So what are coordinates of a point? They specify position. We can now write down coordinate of a point. What do we mean by coordinate of a point? Coordinate of a point. Coordinates specify position of a point. Coordinates specify position of a point. Okay. Coordinates specify position of a point. Please try to focus what we are learning. We are just learning very basic things. Okay. In space, if I want to locate a point, I can locate that point using its x and y coordinate. What is the meaning of x and y coordinate? Coordinates are required to specify the position. Coordinates are required to specify the position. Coordinates are required to specify a position. We have two coordinates of a point, which are called x and y. X is also the perpendicular distance of point from y-axis. See, this was the y-axis. So if I take a perpendicular distance of point from y-axis, this is the x coordinate of the point. So x coordinate is perpendicular distance of point from y-axis. And y coordinate is similarly, if I take a perpendicular distance of point from x-axis, this is the y coordinate. Y coordinate is perpendicular distance of point from x-axis. So any position in xy plane system or coordinate plane system can be described using its coordinates. Coordinates are x, y, where x is called abscissa, y is called ordinate, and abscissa, ordinate specify the position of a point. Is this clear? To locate any point in the plane, we will require its x and y coordinate. Is this clear? What do I mean by coordinates of a point? Please, if you have any doubt in this, ask again. Yes, okay. What are coordinates? Coordinates specify position. What are coordinates? Coordinates specify position. Okay, how coordinates are helping us to specify position? The x coordinate of the point. The x coordinate of the point. If you have a point here, it has two coordinates x comma y. The x coordinate of the point, x coordinate, gives the perpendicular distance of point from x axis. The x coordinate of the point gives the perpendicular distance from x axis, sorry, from y axis, and the y coordinate of the point gives the perpendicular distance of point from y axis. So if we know the coordinates of point, we can specify the location of point. Clear? Is this clear? Okay, very good, Sonika. Any doubt in this? Thank you, Naina. Okay, Blessy, very good. Pranay, very good. Okay, okay, very good, very good. Okay, so we have now understood what is coordinate. What is coordinate? Okay, yes, very good, very good. Now, if you observe here properly, we take angle between x and y axis to be 90 degree. Here, the angle between x axis and y axis is 90 degree. The angle between x axis and y axis is 90 degree. So because the angle between x and y is 90, x and y axis are called orthogonal. Orthogonal. What do we mean by orthogonal? Perpendicular. So I say x and y are perpendicular. X and y axis are perpendicular. In coordinate plane, we take orthogonal coordinate axis. In coordinate plane, we take orthogonal coordinate axis. Because they are orthogonal, that's why this system is also called orthogonal coordinate plane, orthogonal coordinate geometry. Okay, I'm just trying to give you one word, orthogonal. Okay, what is orthogonal? It means perpendicular. It means perpendicular. It means perpendicular. Yes, we will do some examples then. Anil, wait. Now, so what is meaning of coordinate? We have covered what is the meaning of coordinate. Okay. Now, see that x-axis and y-axis are cutting the plane, are dividing the plane in four parts. This is first, this is second, this is fourth, and this is, sorry, first, second, third, and fourth. Now we have four parts. We have four parts of our plane due to the coordinate axis. I can show this again. Due to the x and y axis, if this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis, I have four parts of coordinate plane. In trigonometry also, your teacher might have told you, these are four quadrants. These are four quadrants. This is called first quadrant. This is called second quadrant. This is called third quadrant. I can take up second like this. And this is called fourth quadrant. In trigonometry, you might have learned here all the trigonometric ratios, sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec, all are positive. In first quadrant, all are positive. In second, only sine and cosine are positive. Sine and cosec are positive. All are other are negative. So you already know about what are quadrants. Is this clear? Yes, let's see. So our coordinate plane, x-axis, y-axis, divides the plane in four quadrants. Divide the plane in four quadrants. In the first quadrant, the value of x and the value of y both are positive. In the first quadrant, value of x and y both are positive. Value of x and y both are positive. In the second quadrant, x is negative but y is positive. This is property of quadrants. In the third quadrant, x is also negative, y is also negative. And in the fourth quadrant, x is positive, y is negative. This is property of this four quadrant. If you have location of any point, you can identify where the point will be. Suppose I tell you a point is 3, 4. In which quadrant the point 3, 4 will be? In which quadrant the point 3, 4 will be? First. Very good. In which quadrant the 3, 4 will be? First. Very good. Okay. If I take a point that's minus 2, 3. In which quadrant the point minus 2, 3 will be? Minus 2, 3. My second question is minus 2, 3 point. In which quadrant the point out of the 4, this point will lie? X coordinate here is minus 2, y coordinate here is 3. X coordinate is negative, y coordinate is positive. X negative, y positive. So second quadrant, see here, x coordinate is negative, y is positive. Very good everyone. Very good. A lot of answers are coming. Very good. Pranay, very good. Dipti, very good. Shanaya, very good. Very good, very good. Okay. If I take a point minus plus 4, minus 4, in which quadrant this point will lie? Plus 4, minus 4. Fourth quadrant. Very good, Manish. Very good, Prithi. Disha, very good. Anil, Pranay, very good. Okay, very good, very good. Yeah. So now we know what is the special property of the fourth quadrant. Now we know what is the special property of four quadrants. Is this clear? Yes. Okay. All are giving correct answer. Very good. Yeah. Now we will talk about one more property. See, x-axis. X-axis. If I take up any point on x-axis, what will be distance of this point perpendicularly from x-axis? What will be distance of this point perpendicularly from x-axis? 0. Any point on x-axis. 1 year, please. Some Dr. Ames is asking me something. Please ask this question to admin. Okay, you may get the number of admin in website. So ask them this question. Clear? Now I am taking a point here on x-axis. So distance of this point from x-axis, perpendicular distance from x-axis 0, and its distance from y-axis is something. So this point will have a coordinate like x, 0. On x-axis, y coordinate is 0. This is a property of x-axis. X-axis may be defined as y equal to 0. This is a special property of x-axis. For any point on x-axis, the y coordinate will be 0. And if I have a point on y-axis, its x coordinate will be 0. So x equal to 0 is special property of y-axis. This is sometimes called equation of x-axis, y equal to 0, and this is sometimes called equation of y-axis. So I am giving you the equations of x and y-axis. What is the equation of x-axis? Y equal to 0. What is the equation of y-axis? X equal to 0. For any point on y-axis, its x coordinate must be 0. There will be only some y coordinate of the point. Any point on y-axis should be like 0, y. So x coordinate is compulsorily 0. That's why y-axis is defined as x equal to 0. Is this point clear? A point of the format 0, something lies on y-axis. Okay. So if I ask you, where will be the point 0, 4? Where will be the point 0, 4? That should be lying on y-axis at 4 distance from origin. Point 0, 4 lie on y-axis at 4 distance from origin. Very good. And if I ask you, where is the point 3, 0? If I ask you, where is the point 3, 0? X-axis. Yes, very good. For x-axis, the x coordinate of point will be something and y coordinate will be 0. So 3, 0 may be somewhere here. Its distance from y-axis will be 3. Or along x-axis, I need to travel distance of 3. Clear? Very good. Now, So we now know about what is the property of x and y axis, what is the property of x axis and y axis, and what are the properties of different quadrant. So we can locate the points in xy plane system. Now we can locate the positions of point in xy plane system. We will locate the position of points in xy plane system. We are learning about coordinate geometry, and I have started with basic coordinate geometry. Till now we have discussed about what is axis, what is origin, what is the property of different quadrants, and now we are learning about location of points. Okay, so I am going to give you some points and we will try to locate this point in xy plane system. This is origin 1 2 3 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, we will start with a point 2, 3. We will locate the points in xy plane system. This will help us to understand the meaning of x and y coordinate, which are abscissa and ordinate. Abscissa and ordinate. So try to locate the point 2, 3. First, you try to locate the point in your copies. Then I will show this on this graph. Yes, that is in first quadrant, but we will exactly locate the point. See what I will do. I know the x coordinate of the point is 2. It means I need to travel a distance of 2 units to reach up to the point along x-axis. Then y coordinate of the point is 3. It means I need to travel a distance of 3 units to reach up to the point. So along y-axis I am going a distance 3 units. Along x-axis I am going distance of 2 units. This is 2. This is 3. So here should be the point 2, 3. I am trying to locate the points in xy plane. I have located the point 2, 3. Is it understood? 2 units from x-axis, 2 units from x-axis, and 3 units from y-axis. This is the location of point. Yes. Very good, Ramya. So let us locate some other points. Now we will locate the point -1, 2. -1, 2. -1, 2. Locate the point -1, 2. Try to do this on your own. Likat, okay, we will see. Dipti, okay. Okay. Vijay has done it. Shweta completed, okay. Okay, Anu. Very good. So we will locate the point -1, 2. The x coordinate of the point is -1. It means from origin I need to travel in negative direction. The x coordinate of the point is -1. It means I need to travel in negative direction. By how much unit? 1 unit. Negative direction, 1 unit. Y coordinate is 2. So for y axis I will need to travel in upward direction by 2 unit. Here the y coordinate is 2. Here the x coordinate is -1. So this should be the point -1, 2. Are you getting this? What is the location of points? No, it will not be taken up for the first month. Yeah, but vectors will start after this. So vectors is very much physics. It's not just math. In vectors, we will talk about physics. Second point, -1, 2. I have located the point -1, 2. Very good. Now we'll locate some other point. Locate the point -3, -2. Locate the point -3, -2. We are trying to understand the meaning of x and y coordinate. So if we locate the point, the meaning of x and y coordinate, we will understand it in a better way. Pranay, very good. Locate the point C, -3, -2. -3, -2. Yes. Sonika, that will be decided later on. Please right now focus on whatever we are learning now. Okay, a lot of students have done it. So let me specify this point in the coordinate plane. The x coordinate of the point is -3. X coordinate is -3. X coordinate is -3. Okay. So x coordinate is -3. I will go 3 units in negative x direction. This is 1, 2, and 3. I will go 3 units in negative direction. X coordinate is -3. Y coordinate is -2. I will go -2 distance in y direction. So here y is -2. So I will reach to this point. This point should be -3, -2. -3, -2. Is this clear? Okay. So we have tried to understood what is the meaning of quadrants and what is the meaning of x and y coordinates of a point. So now we know about the meaning of coordinates. Okay. Let us do one more question, one more example here. Locate the point D. Locate the point D, which is 8, 0. Locate the point D, which is 8, 0. Chintu, wait for it. After this, we will start vectors, and that is physics. Now, okay, very good. The point is now x-axis and 8 distance from origin. So distance of 8 unit from origin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and y distance is 0. So this is the point 8, 0. Clear? Okay, very good. So now we understand what is the meaning of coordinates. Is it clear to every student? Coordinates. Okay, very good. Very good, very good. Now, after the coordinates, now we will learn about the distance between two points, and that is required in physics. Distance between two coordinates. Yeah, this is important to understand the distance between the 2 points. Okay, we will learn about the formula for distance between 2 points. Distance between 2 points. Suppose if I have a point x1, y1, and there is another point located here x2, y2. I have 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2. Let's say the points are A and B. I want to know the distance between the points. Distance between the points. Okay. Distance between the points. So this distance can be calculated if I know the x and y coordinates of the point. See, x1 and y1, this tells me the point is at perpendicular distance x1 from y-axis, and this distance must be y1. This coordinate b, x2 and y2, tells me this distance is x2 and this distance is y2. Is this clear? Point A, for point A, this distance should be x1, this distance should be y1. This was the meaning of x and y coordinate. For point B, this distance is x2, this distance is y2. This is the coordinates, this is the meaning of coordinate. Okay, I want to calculate distance between AB. So what will be this distance? The total distance from y-axis to point B is x2. The total distance from y-axis to point A is x1. So this distance should be x2 minus x1. This distance should be x2 minus x1. Similarly, here to here distance from this point to this point, that should be the total distance is y2 here. The total distance is y2 here, the coordinate of point B. Y coordinate is y2, and for A it is y1. So this is y2 minus y1. Is this clear? What is x2 minus x1? For B point, the distance from y-axis is x2. For A point, the distance from y-axis is x1. So this distance is x2 minus x1. Similarly, this total distance was y2 minus y1. I will get this as y2 minus y1. Now, if I just use the Pythagoras theorem, because here the angle is 90 degrees, so this distance AB can be calculated. The formula for distance AB now can be known to us. What will be the formula? by Pythagoras theorem, the distance AB should be equal to, but this distance square plus this distance square. This is x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1. So this is the formula for distance between 2 points. This is the formula for distance between 2 points. X2 minus x1, this can be written as delta x, change in x. Y2 minus y1 is delta y, change in y. Change in x coordinate square plus change in y coordinate square. Because there is a square term here. So it doesn't matter if I write x1 minus x2 or x2 minus x1. Here I am writing x2 minus x1 and here I am writing x1 minus x2 because I am squaring, so both will be same. So x2 minus x1 square or x1 minus x2 square, both will be same. So now we know the formula for distance between 2 points. Please note it down. Formula for distance between 2 points. Formula for distance between 2 points. Anu, done. Okay, very good. Durga Prasad, very good. Oh, very good. Distance between 2 points. We will solve some question based on this concept. Find AB distance if A is 2, 3, B is 8, 9. Find distance between these 2 points. Now try to apply this formula which we have learned. The distance between points is asked here. What is the distance between AB? Do it fast. Yes, Likhat Raj. I have also informed everyone in the previous 2 classes that we are at presently starting basic maths. We are learning basic maths so that when the actual physics start, you won't have any problem in basic maths. So we have started coordinate geometry now, and after coordinate geometry, this is some part of coordinate geometry we are taking up, and after coordinate geometry, we will start vectors and algebra, etc. So find the distance between point AB. Find the distance between point AB. So AB distance, that should be equal to, if we use our formula, it's difference in x coordinate square plus difference in y coordinate square. Difference in x coordinate, I have B x coordinate to be 8 and for A x coordinate is 2. So 8 minus 2 square plus 9 minus 3 square. 8 minus 2 square plus 9 minus 3 square. What is 8 minus 2? 6. What is 9 minus 3? Again 6. Root over 6 square plus 6 square. Root over 6 square plus 6 square. 6 square 36, 6 square 36. I can take up 36 common. So I will get 36 into 2. 36 into 2. Root 36 is 6. Only 2 will be left out in the root. So answer should be 6 root 2. Or you can also write root 72. That is also correct. A lot of students are giving me answer root 72. That is also correct. But 6 root 2 is a better way to write this. So correct answer may be root 72 or 6 root 2. Is this clear? Distance between 2 points. Okay, very good. Very good, very good. Okay. So next question will be somewhat related to physics. Okay. Write down next question. A particle starts from minus 1,3 point and goes to point 3, 6. Find the magnitude of displacement of particle. Find the magnitude of displacement of particle. So now the next question is more related to physics. We are trying to ask you, I am trying to ask you displacement, magnitude of displacement, magnitude of displacement. Displacement is just shortest distance between initial and final position. It is distance between initial and final position. So initial position is known to you, final position also known to you. Just find out distance. Very good. A lot of students are giving me correct answer. Sonika, this is wrong. Anugu, wrong. Rocking Star Roshin, wrong. Saiti, very good. Priti, very good. All other are giving me correct answer. Root 13 is wrong. Root 13 is wrong. Shiva, very good. Shinu, very good. Very good. Sneha, Shranya, Joshna, very good, very good. All other are giving me correct answer. Likhat Raj, very good. Very good. A lot of students are giving me correct answer. So the distance between 2 points, the shortest distance between 2 points is the displacement. Magnitude of displacement is going to be distance between AB. Magnitude of displacement is the distance between AB. So that will be root over the final x coordinate 3 minus initial x coordinate, which is -1, and square of that. We will put x and y coordinate with sign here. The final point has x coordinate 3 minus was there in formula. Then I am taking -1 is the initial x coordinate. So final x coordinate minus initial x coordinate. Similarly, here final x coordinate is 6 and initial x coordinate is 3. Okay. So let us rearrange this. 3 minus of -1 becomes +1. Minus of minus become +1. Minus into minus become +1. 3 plus 1 square. 6 minus 3 is 3 square. What is 3 plus 1 square? 4. 4 square. 4 square is 16. 3 square is 9. 16 plus 9, root 25. Root 25 is 5. So correct answer is 5. Very good, Likhat Raj. Some students were giving me different answer. So is this understood? Do you know you might have done here mistake, you might have done incorrectly here. Okay, so 3 minus or -1, this should be 4 square. Is this clear? Is this clear to all the students who are giving me incorrect answer? Okay, very good, very good. Yes. So let's do one more question, and again we will do question regarding physics only. Okay. Now, you people might be knowing what is the force between two charges. Force between two charges F, that is given by K, Q1 Q2 by R square. That is given by K, Q1 Q2 by R square, distance between two charges, where K is 9 into 10 to the power 9 in SI unit. You just need to multiply the magnitude of charges in coulombs and divide by distance square. This is the formula for force between two charges, Coulomb's law. Clear? So my next question is related to Coulomb's law. I am writing that 2 point charges (1 coulomb and 2 coulomb are placed at points 0, 8 and 6, 0. 0, 8 and 6, 0 meters. These distances are in meters. These distances are in meters. Find the force between them. Take, it is given in question that K, which is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, is 9 into 10.9. The value of K is also given to you. So try to find the force between these two charges. Try to find the force between these two charges. 2 point charges, 1 coulomb and 2 coulomb. The value of charge is given to you, 1 coulomb and 2 coulomb are placed at these positions, are placed at some positions. I am asking the force between the point charges. Try to find this force between the point charges. In this question, you will see why the coordinate geometry, why the distance between 2 points is required. Very good. A lot of students giving me correct answer. Force between 2 point charges is asked here. Very good. So in order to calculate force, we need to know the distance between point charges. Here in the question, one charge is placed at 0,8. 0,8 is going to be on y-axis. 0,8. Let's say the first 1 coulomb charge is placed here, 0,8. The other charge is at 6,0. That should be on x-axis. And the charge here is, let's say, 2 coulomb. So I need to know the distance between these 2 point charges in order to calculate the force between them. The distance between point charges is called R. So R should be equal to root over 0 minus 6 square plus 8 minus 0 square. 8 minus 0 square. 0 minus 6 is 6 square and 8 minus 0 is 8 square of that. So you will get 6 square plus 8 square. 6 square is 36. 8 square is 64. You will get root 100 and that is 10 meters. So distance between charges now is 10 meter. If distance between charges is known, we will just use the formula to calculate the force between them. So what will be the force between the charges now? F is equal to K, which is 9 into 10 power 9. Q1 and Q2, 1 into 2, divided by distance square. Distance is 10, square of that. So 9 into 2 into 1. So first we will multiply 9 into 2 into 1, 18. And 10 power 9 by 10 power 2, 10 power 7. So 18 into 10 to the power. In numerator, I have 10 to the power 9. In denominator, I have 10 to the power 2. When we divide, powers get subtracted. Same number. 10 to the power 9 is in numerator, 10 power 2 is in denominator. So I will get 10 power 9 minus 2, that is 7. Correct answer is 18 into 10 power 7. And 4 should be Newton because all other things in SI unit. So many students are giving me correct answer. Very good. Clear? Okay, is there any doubt in this? Very good, Shiva. So now we see why the distance between points is required in physics. 0 minus 6 is minus 6, but square of that, we are squaring it. So if we are squaring it, doesn't matter. It will not matter whether I write here plus 6 or minus 6. Clear, Chandra? Your question is correct. But 6, I am squaring it. So minus 6 square and plus 6 square, both will be same. Chandra, is this clear? Chandra is asking me that I am having 0 minus 6 square here. So 0 minus 6 square will be minus 6 square. I should write minus 6 here. But it doesn't matter because I am squaring it. So plus 6 or minus 6, both will be same. Okay? Okay. So let's proceed to next things. Till now, we have discussed about point in 2D plane. Point in 2D plane. But if I have a point in 3-dimensional space, in reality, actually, we all live in 3D space. Here, we all live in 3D space. If I want to specify location of point in 3D space, we need 3 coordinates to specify the position. Namely, x coordinate, y coordinate, and z coordinate. To specify location in 3D plane, we require 3 coordinates. So I will first explain what is the meaning of the 3 coordinates. What is the meaning of the 3 coordinate? See, I am taking up XYZ axis here. I am taking up XYZ axis here. Let me draw XYZ axis with different color. So this is my x-axis in blue color. This is my y-axis in blue color. And this is my z-axis. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. Are the axes clear? Are you able to see the axis drawn here? X, Y, Z axis. X, Y, Z axis are mutually perpendicular. If I try to show these axes in here, so if this is our x-axis, this pen, let's say this pen is x-axis, or with 3 fingers I can show X, Y, Z axis with 3 fingers. Yeah, okay. If this is X, this is Y, this is going to be Z. Yeah. This is X, this is Y, this is going to be Z. X facing towards you, Y here, then Z will be upward. X, Y, Z axis follows right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. If you cross X with Y, you will get Z. They should follow right hand thumb rule. Okay, the right hand thumb rule will be discussed again later. So let us focus only on the meaning of coordinate. If I want to specify position of this point, I want to specify position of this point. See here, I am creating a cuboid here. I am trying to create a cuboid here. This is a cuboid. In cuboid, all the side lengths are unequal. This is a cuboid. We may specify this position by its x, y, and z coordinate. Now, I will tell you what is the meaning of x, y, z coordinates in 3D space. The value of x coordinate gives the distance along that x-axis that I need to travel. Distance along x-axis that I need to travel to reach up to the point. This distance is called x coordinate. In order to reach the point, whatever is the distance along x-axis that I need to travel, that is called x coordinate. In order to reach this point, whatever is the distance that I need to travel along y-axis, that is called y coordinate. And similarly, to reach this point, whatever is the distance that I need to travel along z-axis, that is called z coordinate. So what is the meaning of x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate in 3D space? They are the distances along x and y z axis that I need to travel to reach up to the point. Is this thing clear? What is meaning of x, y, z? Is this clear? What is meaning of x, y, z? Is this clear? X coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate. Very good. Very good. If a point is x, y, z, this distance is going to be x. This distance along y-axis is y. This distance along z-axis is z. This distance along z-axis is z. Okay. This is a cuboid. So parallel sides will have equal length. If this is z, this is also z. If this is z, this is also z. Okay. I can show you. This distance is also z. This is x. Parallel to it, this is also x. This was y. Parallel to it, this is also y. So is this pink color visible? Okay, very good. Very good. So now, the meaning of coordinate, 3-dimensional coordinate. 3-dimensional coordinate. We are just learning about meaning of 3D coordinate. What is the meaning of x coordinate here? What is the meaning of x coordinate here? X coordinate in 3D space. See, x coordinate is this distance. The distance which I need to travel from YZ plane to reach up to the point. The origin here, that is on YZ plane. So from YZ plane, what distance I need to travel to reach up to the point? That distance is called x coordinate. X coordinate is distance of point along x-axis, or it is distance perpendicular to YZ plane of point. Distance of point perpendicular to YZ plane. If this point is located at XYZ, its perpendicular distance from YZ plane is x. So meaning of x coordinate is distance of point along x-axis And along x-axis, if I am traveling, I am moving perpendicular to yz plane. So I can write this is also perpendicular distance from yz plane. Similarly, y coordinate and z coordinate can be written. Y coordinate will be perpendicular distance of point from, I'm talking about y coordinate, so we will write x and z, xz plane, xz or zx, it doesn't matter. Z coordinate is perpendicular distance of point from, here I am writing z, so perpendicular distance from xy plane. If anyone asks you what is the meaning of xyz coordinate, we will reply this. We will say this: x coordinate is the distance along x-axis that I need to travel to reach up to the point. Y coordinate is distance along y-axis that I need to travel to reach up to the point. Similarly, z. So meaning of xyz coordinate, is this clear? Meaning of xyz coordinate, is this clear? Please observe this. We are taking up coordinate geometry from the very basics. So in 3 dimension, what is the meaning of xyz? We have just learned about the same. Now, similar to 2D case, when the distance between 2 points was calculated, here the formula is same, similar. Here the formula is similar. Distance between 2 points. Distance between 2 points. We will not prove the formula because the diagram becomes very difficult. That's why we will not prove the formula. We will just learn the formula. If I have 2 points, let's say x2 and x1 are their x coordinates, y2 and y1 are their y coordinate, and z2 and z1 are their z coordinate. Then the distance between 2 points. In 2D, only x and y were there. In 3D, z is also coming. So the formula for distance between 2 points in 3D. Formula for distance between 2 points in 3D. Please note it down. And we can also solve similar question as we have done earlier with 3D points. Distance between 2 points in 3D. Please note down the formula, distance between 2 points in 3D. We just need to remember the formula. Okay? There is no need to know the proof. Distance between 2 points in 3D. If you have noted this, let us solve one question based on this. Let us solve one question based on this. Okay. G. Kalyani is giving me answer. But that question is already covered. Okay. Some people are asking me to wait. Note down the formula. Distance between 2 points in 3D space. Main syllabus is started already. This is our main syllabus. We are learning physics. All these things are required in physics. Okay. For boys, let us see. Wait. Okay. So now we will solve one question based on the formula we have just learned. Okay. Find the distance of point 2, 3, -1 from origin. I am asking you find the distance between the point, distance of point 2, 3, -1 from origin. Yes, Santi, I am coming for LT. Some are asking, sir, still how many days we will teach basic maths? So basic maths, I am just teaching you coordinate geometry now. Then we will start graphs. In graphs, more physics will apply there. Then after graphs, we will cover vectors. So just 2 or 3 more class, then vectors. Vectors is a lot of physics will be there. Okay. So in vectors, you will not feel that we are learning physics. We will be learning physics in vectors. You will not feel that we are learning basic maths. Find the distance of point 2, 3, 0 from origin. What are the coordinates of origin? Origin is defined as 0, 0, 0. So I'm asking distance between these 2 points. So formula should be root over difference of x coordinate 2 minus 0 square, difference of y coordinate 3 minus 0 square, difference of z coordinate minus 1 minus 0 square. Minus 1 minus 0 square. Just solve this. You will get 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, and 1 square. 9 plus 1, 10, and 14. Root 14. Root 14 should be the answer. Is this clear? Root 14 is not 7. It is root 14, not 7. We cannot write this as 7. Okay, this is not 14 by 2. This is 14 to the power half. Meaning of root is power half. We cannot divide this by 2. This is not 7. Clear? Okay. So because class timing over, so let us just recap a little bit. What we have learned today, we have started with basic coordinate geometry. We have started here with basic coordinate geometry. I have started with coordinate geometry. First, I have talked about what is the meaning of xy axis, what is the meaning of xy axis, and meaning of coordinates of x comma y point. X coordinate means perpendicular distance from y axis. Y coordinate means perpendicular distance from x axis. This is the meaning of xy coordinate. There are 4 quadrants: first, second, third, fourth. The properties of 4th quadrant were discussed here. Properties of 4th quadrant were discussed here. And one more thing you need to remember: the x and y are called abscissa ordinate. Abscissa ordinate. Some questions in gym material are there in which these concepts are required. Abscissa ordinate. Abscissa ordinate. Okay. So we have discussed about properties of different quadrants, properties of x-axis and y-axis, and after that we have covered some position exercise regarding positions of points. We have located the points in xy plane system. After that, distance between 2 points, we have discussed about the formula distance between 2 points. Some questions were covered regarding distance between 2 points. Okay. Then for 3 dimension, we will specify the location using 3 coordinates x, y, z. The meaning of x coordinate, y coordinate, and z coordinate were discussed here. Formula for distance between 2 points in 3D. So a little bit of coordinate geometry is covered today. Next class, we will start graphs. Graphs of straight line, parabola, hyperbola. This will be covered. Okay. So because class time is over, next sir is waiting. So I will stop now. Thank you all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, in homework, you can solve your gym material now. Okay. Bye-bye.